Hey everyone, it's your buddy and pal Karnak, Star Wars Armada Explained. You join me again to review another card from the new expansions that just came out a little while ago. So today we're going to be looking at Reeva Demesne or Reeva Demesne. Star Wars names, as always, they're hard. I like to call her just Rita Repulsa, just because if you look at it, it's like she's like, watch my shield generator grow, for any Power Ranger fans. No? Alright, maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. I like to call her just Rita. So Reeva is a unique officer for Star Wars Armada. You'll look there in front of a name, you'll see a little dot or bullet point signifies Reeva's unique. You can only have one Reeva in your fleet. Bottom left-hand corner, you'll see that she equips to the officer upgrade slot. Faction specific for the Empire only. You can see that next to her point cost. Only 4 points. And I think for 4 points and for what this card can accomplish, there's value here. There's a way that potentially we can leverage this card. But like with everything Empire focused, the officer seats are always just so highly contested. Empire just has so many officers, and it's just so hard to bring her when there's just so many good options. Let's dive right in. What is her ability? What does she do? Very straightforward card. I love the straightforward cards. It's all written nice and neat, and I don't have to spend hours doing research. All right. After you as in that ship that card is equipped to, are declared as the target of an attack if the defending hull zone has at least one shield remaining, you may exhaust this card to ready one defense token. Very straightforward, very simple with this card. Okay, so let's roll through an example. This first example, we're going to say, in one of the best spots I found a spot for her is on the Super Star Destroyer, but again, mileage may vary. So we're going to go ahead and say that this MC-80 is shooting. It wants to shoot the front arc. It's in medium range. It's going to throw I think there's like a 3 red die, 3 blue die variant. So we're going to do that. And, hey, maybe we don't want this Super Star Destroyer redirecting at all. So we lock the redirect tokens. You know what? We're going to go ahead and say that's okay. Perfect. So you lock redirect tokens. Don't want you to redirect. I want you to take all the damage on the nose. Okay? Redirects have been locked, so I'm going to go ahead and exhaust my brace token then. There we go. Exhaust the brace token. Boom. I take 2 damage on the nose. And then the MC-80 is just like, gonna bugger off now. Go over here. Get out of that front arc because I move super fast. All right. Super Star Destroyer, say it passes its activation, and it's the Starhawk's turn to go. So the Starhawk, man, we're going to go ahead just for this example. We're going to say it's a close range. What does it even throw for a dice pool again? We're going to say it's the Mark 1 variant. 4 red, 2 blue, and 2 black. All right, so we're going to... So now, here's the timing of this. And typically what happens with the Super Star Destroyer, it really doesn't like to get shot a whole lot. Even though it's got all those defensive tokens, why? It overheats the brace token specifically. And then, if your enemy rolls this big, huge attack, just vomits out a huge number of dice like the Starhawk can do, usually you'll get an accuracy and they'll lock your green brace, and then you're forced to spend and discard your exhausted brace, chuck that away. Now you only have 1 brace token, and that just gets accuracy every single time from there on out, and then you never brace again, and all you just take is all this fistful of dice in your face. This is where Reeva shines, because as soon as the enemy says, okay, I am targeting you with this attack, so after that ship is declared as the target of the attack. If the defending hull zone, we're going to say it's front to front. If the defending hull zone has at least 1 shield remaining, let's check. It's got 4, so yes, it does. It has at least 1 shield. Then you may exhaust this card to ready 1 defense token. So to walk through step by step, as soon as the enemy says, hey, I'm going to attack you, you need to declare the use of Reeva. You need to declare the use of Reeva before they roll their attack pool. Now, if your opponent is some guy's like, oh yeah, I'm attacking here, and just chucks his die pool out and doesn't give you a chance to make a proper declaration, that's actually on your opponent for not giving you time to say, I am or I am not using this card. Now, if you forget you have the card, he picks up his die pool and throws it, and he's not like going like I'm attacking and immediately chucks it, but he says, oh, I'm going to attack here, from here to here, and I check the range, and okay, now I'm gathering my die pool, make sure I've got all the right ones, okay, and throw it. And then after he throws it, and then you say, oh no, I forgot I wanted to use this card, like, at that point, that's kind of your own fault. You had a huge time period there in where you could have declared the use of the card. But obviously, if it's a casual game, it's casual, fly casual. If it's a tournament, if your opponent moves too quickly, you can call him on it. But at the same hand, if your opponent gave you ample of time to make a declaration and then you didn't, that's not his fault. All right, I got off a little bit of a tangent there, but that's just something that I have to let you know so you know how to properly use this card. So again, Starhawk declares its attack in the front. The front has at least one shield remaining. There's 4 there right now. You exhaust the card, so exhaust, and then you can refresh a defense token of your choice. We're going to go ahead and refresh. Boom. Then you refresh the brace defense token. And then you say, okay, now roll your attack pool. Your opponent then rolls his attack pool, and you carry on with the attack. So that is Reeva. There is no other major things going on with this card. I mean, you will see that her reading is very short. That's exactly how I explained it to you. Because when I looked at any other potential interactions, there aren't any. So again, it's just if you're attacked, if you have a shield left in the whole zone that's defending, you can Reeva it. Now, again, if you do not have any shields left in that whole zone, you can't use her if the whole zone has 0 shields. So unless you have potentially some other way to suddenly shift shields to that area before they can roll their die pool, which I'm not thinking of anything in the game that can do that. But, your mileage will vary with this card. So getting another use out of your brace defense token, especially on SSD that has so many shields, like, I can find value in that on SSD. You might be able to find value of that on potentially maybe an Onager with the salvo token, or if you do like a Star Destroyer with Reeva in like local fire control and you get a salvo token on that. I mean, it's very limited uses, and I think you're only ever really going to see it maybe on a Star Destroyer or maybe on an SSD. I don't even know whether ships potentially would like it. Maybe in Arcadins. Arcadins, maybe. They typically have their officer seats empty. I really don't see a use on a Raider. Gladiator seat is always super hotly contested. So, I mean, there we go. I mean, you could even make an argument if you really wanted to, being on a Gazanti. Refresh that scatter token. Because, if you just can scatter it and then you get attacked again and then refresh it and then scatter again and then you still have your scatter, it means somebody would have to shoot you 3 times to make you burn that scatter. So, there's some uses there. Play around with it. Excuse me. Otherwise, there's no other crazy things going on. Very straightforward card. Of course, if you feel like I missed anything or got anything wrong, please be sure to point it out. Let me know. Appreciate all the feedback I've been getting and letting me know about cards and other interactions as I've been conversating on the Discord and thing. But if you see something, say something. You guys are all great, and hey, Worlds is getting close. I'm definitely going to be going. I hope to see some of you there, and I'll catch you all next time.